Term limits are an important measure towards limiting the power of the presidency. Why aren't members of Congress term limited as well? Advocates of term limits argue that they can bring fresh perspectives, prevent the entrenchment of a political elite, and reduce the influence of special interests. Supporters of term limits for members of Congress argue that implementing such limits could lead to several positive outcomes. Some potential positive results include bringing a regular influx of new representatives with different backgrounds, experiences, and perspectives. Term limits could level the playing field by preventing the entrenchment of long-term incumbents. Term limits could potentially reduce the influence of special interest groups, as representatives would not be as dependent on them for prolonged political careers. With term limits, lawmakers might be more focused on delivering results during their limited time in office. Term limits could discourage the development of a class of career politicians, ensuring that representatives spend a limited time in office before returning to private life. Shorter terms might encourage cooperation and compromise among lawmakers who know they have a limited time to achieve legislative goals. Preventing the emergence of career politicians is a concept that many believe could bring several benefits to a political system. New faces in politics can bring fresh perspectives and innovative ideas to the decision-making process. Avoiding long-term political careers might encourage a more dynamic and diverse group of individuals to participate in public service, contributing a variety of viewpoints. By preventing the establishment of long-term political careers, the playing field may become more level, allowing for greater competition and turnover in elected offices. Elected officials who know they have a limited time in office may be more motivated to effectively represent their constituents. Career politicians may become closely tied to special interest groups over time, relying on their support for continued political success. Different individuals from various backgrounds and professions may be more willing to enter politics if they see it as a temporary service rather than a lifelong career, potentially leading to a more diverse and representative government. Career politicians sometimes come from political families, creating a dynamic where power and influence are concentrated within a few families. Preventing long-term political careers could help mitigate the formation of political dynasties and encourage a more open political landscape. Long-term political careers increase the risk of corruption, as politicians may become entrenched in a system where personal interests and relationships with lobbyists take precedence. Limiting the time in office could reduce the likelihood of such entrenchment and potentially decrease the risk of corrupt practices. Do you support term limits? We'd like to know.